My dear Aries, listen to me closely. If I were to tell you right now that on November 25th, the very ground beneath your feet is going to shift, not to shake you, but to save you, would you believe me? Imagine, if you will, a door standing directly in front of you. Stepping through this threshold doesn't just mean changing the address on your mail or moving boxes from one room to another. No, we are talking about a transformation of the very essence of your soul. We are talking about a relocation that destiny has etched into your timeline before you took your first breath. A place awaits you where you must finally leave behind the battles you were never meant to fight, the envy that has swirled around you like a toxic fog, and the silence that has tried to extinguish your fire. You are moving toward love, toward tangible abundance, and toward the sanctuary that was always meant to be yours. And here is the moment that makes the heart stop for just one beat. You are no longer allowed to stand still. The universe has chosen. The divine has ordained. You must go, and you must go now. Stay with me, Aries, because what I am about to reveal will explain why every struggle, every wall you've hit, and every moment of exhaustion was merely the preface to a magnificent new chapter. But before we dive deep into this cosmic revelation, I need you to make a commitment to your own future. If you are ready to claim this victory, scroll down right now and type in the comments, "I am moving toward my destiny." Let the universe hear your voice. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Astrology Unlocked. We are building a community of awakened souls here, and I don't want you to miss a single update as we navigate these powerful celestial currents together. Now let us speak of the silent pain and the question of destiny. Aries, let me whisper to you what your soul has always known, but perhaps your warrior spirit has been too busy protecting others to admit. Some wounds do not bleed outwardly. They dissolve into a heavy silence, a weight on the chest. And you, my friend, know that silence better than anyone. You are the sign of the ram, the pioneer, the brave one. But how many times have you smiled that confident smile on the outside while inside it felt like 1,000 blades were cutting into your heart? It isn't always the loud arguments that hurt the most, is it? It is the cold stares, the false smiles from people you thought were in your corner, the polite nods dripping with a jealousy that exhausts you more than any physical battle ever could. I believe the deepest pain does not live in what people say to your face, but in the lingering energy of eyes that know your truth yet refuse to acknowledge your light. Pain lies in the way they pretend to walk beside you, though their hearts were never truly with you. That is betrayal without words. That is darkness wearing the mask of normality. And you, Aries, with the gift of intuition and the raw sensitivity that God and the universe entrusted to you beneath your armor, you have felt it all. You have endured. You have been silent. You yielded, thinking that if you just sacrificed a little more, if you just kept the peace, if you just fought their battles for them, then everything would finally be safe. But let me offer you a new perspective. False peace is nothing more than a cage that imprisons the soul. It steals your true voice. It weighs your chest down as though you are carrying stones inside your ribs. And the more you remain silent, the more others believe you will bear it forever. They mistake your resilience for permission to use you. But Aries, you were not born to be a vessel for other people's pain. You were born to shine, to lead, and to be living proof that courage and compassion can survive in a world of deceit. I know you have asked yourself, perhaps in the quiet hours of the morning, why does God allow me to carry this burden? Why does the universe place me in these endless circles of envy and falsehood? The answer, my fierce friend, is not to break you. It is to teach you how to rise. It is not to keep you in darkness, but to awaken you to the fire within your heart that can blaze beyond measure. It is only through the trial that the soul matures. It is only through seeing what you don't deserve that you realize where you truly belong. Tell me, how many nights have you lain awake, staring at the ceiling, whispering prayers, hoping an unseen hand would lift the weight from your shoulders? Believe me when I say those prayers have never vanished into the void. God has heard. The universe has seen. And on this 25th day of November, the silence will finally break into an answer. One door will close, not to punish you, but to set you free. Another will open larger, brighter, leading you to the very place your soul has longed for all along. Do you feel it? That strange stirring in your chest. It feels like anxiety, doesn't it? As though everything around you is preparing to shift, like the air before a thunderstorm. Do not mistake it for fear. It is the trembling of your soul on the verge of freedom. You will realize the only thing that can keep you from stepping through is not an enemy, not the envy of others, but the hesitation within you. But remember, if the divine has opened the way, no human force can shut it. If the universe has written the journey, then all you need to do is walk it in faith. Aries, how many times have you smiled outwardly while knives tore inside? How many times have you thought you did not deserve peace because you are the fighter? I am here to tell you, you are worthy. You have always been worthy. And now is the time to believe it not only with your logical mind, but with your fiery heart. On November 25th, the door will open. On the other side, you will see not only a new physical space, a new home, a new city, a new environment, but you will see a new version of yourself. A stronger, brighter, freer version of you. You will weep, yes, but with tears of release, not sorrow. You will tremble, but it will be the trembling of wings preparing to fly. You will walk forward no longer as the one imprisoned in the role of the strong one, but as a soul returned by God and the universe to its rightful sacred sanctuary. Breathe deeply, Aries. Trust that what comes is the gift your spirit has awaited all its life. And remember, this is only the beginning. Greater things lie ahead. When this door closes, you will finally see more clearly the path of destiny opening before you. Have you ever wondered why every sign lately keeps leading you to the threshold of change? Perhaps you feel unsettled, anxious, asking why life cannot leave you in peace a little longer. But in that very moment of discomfort, the universe is whispering, the time has come. It is time not only to pack your bags, but to pack away your heart's burdens. It is time to leave the place that has become too small for your soul and to step into a vastness where light can reach even the hidden corners you once concealed. This November 25th is not an ordinary day. It carries within it an ancient promise, a relocation written long ago in the stars. This is not merely about walls and roofs or signing a lease. This is the sacred relocation of the soul. You must leave behind the memories, the unspoken wounds, and the shadowed faces that suffocated you. And in the moment you turn your back on that toxicity, you will realize you are losing nothing. You are simply handing the battlefield back to the past, and walking into the fortress that was always yours. I have seen in my own life and in the astrology charts of thousands how God opens new roads. It is rarely by gently giving us what we think we want. Often, it is by taking away what we cling to, because sometimes what we cling to is what imprisons us. A job we call security, but that corrodes the spirit. A relationship we call family or loyalty, but that reeks of jealousy and control. A house we call home, but that holds tears never spoken aloud. God knows we would never release them by choice because we are creatures of habit. So He allows the old doors to close, sometimes slamming them shut, forcing us to step forward. And it is only when we walk trembling out of the familiar that we discover it was never an ending. It was salvation. Aries, have you heard that whisper? The whisper that says, "You have endured for too long. You deserve peace." Perhaps you ignored it. Stubbornly, you stayed convincing yourself you were fine, that you could handle it. But your soul has always known the truth. Your soul has been knocking from the inside for so long, waiting for you to open the latch. And now, the universe will wait no more. On November 25th, the wheel of destiny will turn and you will be moved. Not to lose, but to return to the place that has always been yours. Imagine standing before two paths right now. One leads back to the old house, heavy with sighs, sharp glances, and thick walls of tension. The other opens into a radiant doorway where new winds rush in, where you can breathe freely, where you can sleep without guarding your dreams. Which path would you choose? The truth is, there is no choice left. The universe has decided, and when that door opens, you will feel your feet carried forward as though lifted by an unseen strength. Aries, I want you to understand this deeply. Leaving is not failure. Walking away is not defeat. Leaving is your soul declaring, "I refuse to live in the cage of shadows any longer." It is not loss, it is liberation. You are not fleeing the battle, you are evolving beyond it. You are a pilgrim, one who dares to step off the battlefield to return to the sanctuary. When you walk away, you carry not just a few belongings in a suitcase, but a newfound wisdom that you have the right to choose peace, the right to walk away from what no longer belongs to you. I know you may still be afraid, for who is not afraid to leave behind what is familiar, even if it is filled with pain? But remember, God's hand has never pushed anyone into an abyss. He only leads you to the place you were always meant to be, where your soul can bloom. The universe has never taken without giving something far greater in return. What awaits you beyond the door of November 25th will show you that every loss was but an illusion. The only thing you lose is exhaustion. The only thing you leave behind is the constant need to defend yourself. And the only thing you carry forward is faith that beyond that door, you will find a true home. A love that requires no pretending. And prosperity that does not grow from fear, but from the very light you have sown into the world. Aries, ask yourself, are you ready? Do you dare to let the universe take the step for you, to let God place His hand on your shoulder and guide you forward? Because I see clearly, you will not walk alone. There is a presence beside you, a soul holding your hand, sharing this journey with you. Someone who, when you think of them, your heart feels lighter. Someone who comes not to steal your fire, but to add fuel to it in the most gentle way. As you step through that door with them, you will realize this journey is not yours alone. It is the pilgrimage of two souls called home to a new dwelling, This is not just relocation, it is rebirth. It is God and the universe declaring that you have walked long enough in the dark and now the light calls your name. So be brave, step through, for once that door opens, you will never wish to turn back. And from that moment on, the story will not be only about your pain, but about the love, the abundance, and the sacred companionship waiting for you on the other side. Pisces may dream of this, but Aries, you are about to live it. When you hear of this new journey, did you imagine you would walk it alone? Perhaps you have grown used to walking in silence, used to the feeling that no one truly understood the weight of the armor you carried. But the universe never allows a soul to wander lost forever. When a great door opens, there is always another hand extended to make sure you do not cross it in solitude. On the unseen map of destiny, I see a figure moving toward you. They do not come with demands or noise. They do not force you to shrink yourself to please them. They come like fresh water in a desert, gentle yet essential. Who came to your mind when I spoke of this? That is the soul who walks with you. I believe true love never arrives to possess. True love arrives with protection. It does not make you smaller nor strip away your worth. It makes you feel safe, seen, and accepted exactly as you are. And Aries, after all these years of fighting for everyone else, of giving without return, of smiling while breaking inside, you deserve such a love. A love that does not take, but only gives. Do you know that the darkness can make you forget how brightly you once shone? But when a true companion enters, they become the mirror, reflecting that light back to you. They see you not through your mistakes or your scars, but through the dignity and light that God placed within you from the beginning. Suddenly you realize you never lost that light. It was only veiled. Perhaps this person will be a new romantic love, entering with the spark of Mars, but the stability of Earth. Perhaps they will be a soul friend or a family member, true at heart. Whatever form they take, they come with the same purpose: to walk with you, to hold your hand, to remind you that you no longer have to fight alone. Guardian angels have never allowed you to depart in loneliness. Each time you fell, a hand reached out. And now that hand is clearer than ever. Aries, I know there is a fear in your heart, the fear of trusting the wrong person again, the fear of giving your heart only to be betrayed. But I also know that your heart, though weary, has never stopped believing in love. It is that very faith that has called this person to you. God never lets the souls who remain loyal to love remain empty forever. This companion is the answer to the prayers you whispered in the night. The tears you hid is silence. Imagine that moment you step through the door of November 25th, your hand trembling because you are unsure of what lies ahead. And then another hand takes yours, steady, gentle, as if to say, you are not alone. In that instant, you will understand that this journey is not merely about a change of place, but a change in the way you are loved. From here, you will no longer have to love alone, no longer carry the world alone. You will learn that true love is walking together, sharing together, overcoming together. You have lived long enough in a world where love was conditional, where you gave 100-fold more than you ever received. But this time will be different. This companion does not come to drain you, but to resonate with you, not to test you, but to protect you, not to control you, but to walk alongside you. You will see silence will no longer feel heavy, but become peaceful stillness in their presence. Conversations will no longer be battles to be heard, but natural rivers where both share, both listen. In their eyes, you will no longer see jealousy or doubt, but only recognition and trust. This is what your soul has longed for all these years. And the most wondrous part, when you find this companionship, the universe opens another door, the door of prosperity. Because true love not only soothes the soul, but frees you to embrace the blessings that are arriving. When you are no longer bound by fear and loneliness, your energy becomes transparent, powerful, drawing in stability and success. Love and prosperity are no longer two separate paths. They are twin rivers flowing side by side, meeting exactly where you stand. Aries, I want you to take a deep breath and believe this. This person is closer than you think. Perhaps they have been beside you all along, waiting for you to be brave enough to see. Perhaps they have just stepped into your life, carrying a new breeze. Either way, they are the living proof that God has never abandoned you. And when you take their hand, you will see clearly this journey was never meant to be walked alone. Now come with me, for the story has not ended yet. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine before you two doors, one carved with the word, love the true kind, where you are seen, accepted, and loved without condition. The other, carved with abundance, material prosperity, where financial burdens melt away, where stability holds you, where you no longer lie awake, fearing tomorrow. Most of us believe we can only choose one. Either we choose love and accept lack, or we choose money and endure loneliness. But today, the universe whispers a different truth. Both doors are opening at once, and you do not have to choose. I believe true happiness is never about sacrifice. Happiness does not demand you abandon half your heart for bread on the table, nor does it ask you to surrender safety for an embrace. God does not send you a missing hand. He sends both whole and full. After your long patience, after all you have endured, the reward is not only a love that heals the heart, but prosperity that nourishes soul and body. Let me say this clearly, Aries, you deserve both. Do not let anyone convince you otherwise. Do not let the past tell you that love and money cannot walk together. When your soul has traveled through darkness, when your heart has silently planted seeds of kindness, even when you were hurting, the universe will not give you one fragment, but the whole picture. Do you believe you can hold the hand of the one you love and together sign a contract for a lifetime? Imagine that moment. Two hands intertwined, signing a new covenant. It could be a deed to a home, a business contract, a marriage license, or a financial opportunity. But in truth, it is not about ink on paper. It is the affirmation that from this moment, you will no longer fight alone. That love and stability will walk hand in your life. All these years, you prayed, whispered to God through long nights, grant me peace. Give me a place where I truly belong. Can you see that prayer never vanished? It gathered momentum. It reached the Creator's heart. And today, the answer arrives in the form of two blessings at once. Love comes to soothe your heart, and prosperity comes to steady your steps. This is no random miracle. This is the fruit of your patience, your sacrifices, the times you chose forgiveness over revenge, faith over despair. The universe has not forgotten. God has not overlooked you. Every tear you shed became a seed, and today you step into the harvest. Look directly at this truth. You are not only loved, you are entrusted with the power to build a stable life. You do not only find arms to hold you, you find a home. You do not only share a meal, but a safe financial future for two to enjoy. This is the union your soul once longed for, but never dared to believe was real. I want you to feel the joy rising within, knowing you no longer have to choose. You can laugh in someone's arms and know tomorrow you wake in safety. You can give love and see your finances held secure. All of this does not come to make you weak, but to give you double strength, the strength of heart and the strength of foundation. Do not be surprised if in the coming days leading up to November 25th, you see specific signs: a job offer, a new contract, an unexpected financial opportunity, and alongside it, a deep relationship moving closer, clearer, firmer. This is no coincidence. This is the universe arranging for both blessings to arrive at once. And I want you to remember, this true Lushiv and true prosperity never come to test you, but to lift you. They do not come to make you anxious, but to grant you peace. As you step through the door of November 25th, you will find yourself entering a new temple, where love and money no longer stand apart, but merge as wings to carry you farther than ever before. Yet there is one more truth the universe whispers: this victory is not only material, but spiritual. For when you hold both love and prosperity, you learn the greatest lesson of all. You were never lacking. You were being prepared, refined, guided so that today you are mature enough to hold both. And from here you will not merely live, you will blossom. Pisces may float through changes, but Aries, you charge through them. Yet there are chapters in life that once closed leave us forever changed. We are not only changed, but reborn. And I see so clearly, you stand at that threshold. The line where one karmic cycle closes and a new journey begins. What you have endured, though filled with tears and wounds, was never meaningless. All of it was the harshest classroom your soul had to pass through, so that today, you rise with brighter eyes, a stouter heart, and a deeper faith in the hand of God. But here is the final work you must do. Look back for a moment. How many times did you let others cross your limits just to avoid conflict? How many times did you keep silent, hold the peace, but bore the bitterness yourself? How many times did you whisper, "I can endure a little more as long as everything stays calm"? The truth is, that was not peace. It was a prison. And when you stayed too long in that prison, your spirit withered. But see, God never allows darkness to swallow a pure soul. The universe never permits injustice to last forever. The wheel of fate turns, and now the old doors that slammed shut no longer bind you. They close to remind you you have no duty there anymore. That cycle is complete. I believe that not a single scar within you is meaningless. Each scar is a mark, a testimony that you have lived, that you have loved, that you have endured. And in the end, you have learned how to rise again. When you look back, you will see it is because of those wounds that you have learned to distinguish what is true love and what is falsehood. It is because of those wounds that you have learned how to set boundaries, how to love yourself. Those who once hurt you were in truth only harsh teachers, forcing you to learn lessons that otherwise you would never have changed. Aries, ask yourself, have you forgiven yourself yet? Forgiving yourself for staying too long, for being silent too often, for sacrificing too much for those unworthy? If not, then this is the moment. Because forgiving yourself is the key to true freedom. When you embrace your own mistakes with compassion, you will feel lighter, as if the entire sky has been lifted from your shoulders. God wants you to realize that you were never weak. The years of endurance only deepened your strength, only fortified your faith. The universe wants you to know that your soul has been forged in fire, and now it gleams like pure gold. You are no longer the one who once begged for love or scraps of recognition. You have become a soul, mature enough to give love to yourself first, and then let it radiate outward. The greatest lesson here, Aries, is this: no one has the right to decide your worth but you. No one can steal your peace unless you hand them the key. And from this day forward, you will keep that key in your own hand. You will no longer let the envy of others make you doubt yourself. You will no longer let bitter eyes force you to dim your light. You will walk with your back straight, your head held high, knowing exactly who you are and what you deserve. Take a deep breath and feel it. The old cycle has closed. You no longer need to look back. What has passed, let it rest in its own shadow. Walk toward the light unfolding before you. And that light is not only called love or material gain, that light is freedom itself. This is the spiritual victory, the greatest victory of all. For you may lose money and earn it again. You may lose a person and meet another. But when you win the victory within your soul, no one can ever take it away. You have moved from being the victim to being the master. And from here, everything else, love, abundance, joy, are only fruits that follow. Let me whisper to you one last truth in this passage. You have walked through enough darkness to treasure the light. You have endured enough sorrow to understand true love. And now you are about to step into a new chapter where the entire universe rejoices to welcome you. November 25th is not just a date on the calendar. It is the day of the soul's moving. The day you leave behind the darkness of silence, bitterness, and loss to step into a land of peace where love, prosperity, and a spiritual home await you. You no longer have to choose. You will be truly loved, and at the same time, you will stand firmly upon the ground of prosperity. You will have a home not only of brick and wood, but of safety, trust, and warmth that your soul has long awaited. May every door that opens for you lead to peace, prosperity, and love. May God and the universe guard your steps, and may you never again feel alone on this path. Thank you for being here, for opening your heart, and for listening. It is your presence that gives these words their power. Now I invite you to turn this moment into a soul ritual. Seal your choice with a like. Share this video as a blessing for other souls who need to hear this message. And subscribe as a sacred promise that you will never walk alone again. Aries, you have walked through the darkness. Now step into the light and let love, abundance, and peace walk with you forever.